Award-winning artist Tina Turner was, and still is, simply the best.
As she sold more than 200 million albums worldwide, her life has been depicted on the stage and screen. And earlier this year, a remix of one of her classic tracks introduced Tina to a whole new generation.
For more than 2 decades, Eddy Armani was Tina's assistant and best friend. He was there through her painful split from Ike Turner and her incredible re-emergence as a solo artist. Now, Eddy's going public about his life alongside the private dancer.
This will be fascinating. Eddy Armani joins us now live from London. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on. Eddy, we've got to get straight into this. You were her assistant for like 22 years, and that all came about when you were just a kid, right?
Yes, I was 12 years old when I first met Tina, finally, but I was a fan from the age of 6.
Right, and then how do you go from being a fan to working with her?
Well, I did a lot of praying, I dreamt a lot, and I was determined that when I got to Los Angeles that I was going to meet Tina. So every day after school, I got their phone number and I rang up and I just called up and said, "Oh, hi, can I speak to Tina?" And they were like, "Who's this?" And this went on for about maybe 4 or 5 months. And one of the ladies, the secretaries, took pity on me. And when they were having the opening of Ike and Tina Turner's recording studio called Bollock Sound Recording Studio, they invited me to the opening. So it was all these adults there, all the musicians, all the Ikettes, all the photographers, all the press, and only one kid, and the kid was me.
And then you became her assistant, right?
Yes, and I worked very hard for that.
Yeah, you got to see all
very
aspects of her life. Tell us about what that was like. What was that world like?
It was incredible. I mean, if I had to do it all over again, I would do it exactly the same, because she taught me pretty much everything that I know about the business. She's just the best teacher. She has a rule. She will tell you something twice, and if you don't have it by the second time, then you're out. And I got it the first time around every time.
Oh, wow. We're just seeing some incredible footage there of her on stage, Tina Turner on stage, yes, with David Bowie. And you had a story about the night that David Bowie seduced Tina. Yes,
he did seduce Tina. He's been after Tina Turner for a long, long time. And Tina once said to him, "Oh, David, come on, I've got all these beautiful background singers. Why don't you speak to the girls and go out with them, or I'll set you up with somebody." And da-da-da. He said, "I've had all of them. I want you."
Wow.
And she resisted. She resisted. And finally, he just wore her down. And it was not a serious thing. It wasn't in love or anything like that at all. They just two people that were at the peak of their careers at the time, and they were just having a bit of fun.
All right. He wasn't the only famous face who had a crush on her, of course. She was very popular at the time. There's quite a long list, isn't there?
Oh, gosh, of course there is. Keith Richards was one of the ones. He always had this incredible fascination with Tina. And, but it was innocent. It was fun. I mean, to be honest with you, what boy didn't have something for Tina Turner?
Right.
Have you seen those legs?
And then they're the good times, but there are also some not so good times. You were there for her marriage breakdown to Ike Turner. I mean, how hard was that for her, and in turn hard for you, because you're watching, your boss and your best friend go through something extraordinarily hard?
Well, to be honest with you, it was kind of the unspoken, what you know. So you never spoke about it. Tina was not a baby. She didn't cry. She didn't moan. She didn't complain. She just got on with it. And I remember once or twice I said to her, "Oh, you're in a good mood today." And she goes, "Good mood. This is just my life." And that's the way Tina kept herself alive and kept herself smiling and performing, was that she was just strong. She was born strong.
Yeah.
She was born strong.
So, and I think we've witnessed that all through her career. Tina relaunched her solo career and got her life back on track. She must have been very grateful to you for being so close and so supportive through those particularly tough times.
Absolutely. We were thick as thieves. We were best friends. She was my mentor, my heroine, my teacher, my aunt. I'm not going to say mother because she would kill me, but she was just incredible. And she, again, like I said, what I know today and most of the things that I know is because of Tina. And she didn't lead you by the hand. She didn't baby you. She told you, she taught you, and you were supposed to listen and learn, and then you were supposed to get it. And I got it.
Okay, so you had all these great years as her assistant for 22 years, but then something changed. And what changed?
What changed really was the fact that, I was so close to Tina and Tina was so close to me. She fell in love and out of fairness, she married Erwin Bach, who's her husband. And Erwin and I just didn't get on. I think that back in those days, we were too close. And when he wanted to be with Tina, he wanted to be with Tina and Tina alone and not Tina and her assistant, So Erwin is very, very private. He's very controlling. He is a very strong character.
Has this all left a bitter taste in your mouth? Are you angry about that? Are you disappointed in that relationship?
To be honest with you, I'm not disappointed. I am disappointed, but I'm not angry. I'm not angry because I had the best of Tina. I had the years before as a child, growing up, before the comeback, and then I had to release her and give her to the world. But I had the best.
and set her free. What does she think about you writing a book, Eddy?
Well, to be honest, she wasn't pleased, of course, because I think she felt that I, gave up too much information. It was, like any of us would feel. And when you're a celebrity and you're a star, you're so used to having your own way. And the people that get left behind. My book was not about in any way to discredit or hurt Tina at all. It was just to show how I fell in love with her and how fortunate I was and how I was so ambitious. And she was my heroine. She's my hero. She is everything to me, and she still is. And all I can say is that she's simply the best. She will always be the best, and no one even comes near her.
Gee, you must have some very, very saucy stories that didn't quite make the book. Am I right?
Yes, of course. And I'm working on that now. Book 2 is coming. We're in the process of doing that now. No, but this book is going to be more about my life and showing how much she influenced me and other things that I went on to. I was an actor. I've written lots of songs. I've been in plays. I've traveled the world about 4 times. I've worked on my own. I've been to Dubai. And all of this is because of my mentor, my teacher. She taught me.
Lovely.
And she is the best.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. And the book is out now?
Yes, the book is called The Real Tea, and that's being updated. New pictures, new chapters.
Thank
you, Eddy. It's all coming at you real soon.
Beautiful. The Real Tea.
Eddy.
Thanks, Eddy.
Great to chat.